Community is such a gift, and I get real excited in thinking about what a strength that is for us as a church. So the better we get our community, the more loving and kind and merciful we can be as a community, the more in alignment I think we are with our greater message, the message of our faith. So to invest in our culture as a church, I think makes what we're doing, what we're speaking about, all that more believable and all that more attractive. I'm Stuart Spencer. I'm pastor, head of staff of the First Presbyterian Church of Moorestown, New Jersey, a position that I've held since May of 2018. First Presbyterian Church is right in the heart of Moorestown, New Jersey, and we've been here for 130 years. I'm deeply convinced that we're not here for ourselves. We don't exist just for the members of our church, but really we're here to be of whatever service we can be to our community and to our region. So First Presbyterian Church has about 1,000 members. On any given week, we might see between 400 to 500 people here, primarily for Sunday mornings, but then we have lots of activities that are happening almost every day of the week. At present, we have about 14 staff. We rely a lot on our lay leaders, of which we probably have almost 50 lay people who serve the church in a variety of different roles. I would say there were some real cultural strengths that I found here at the church. It's a church that cares a lot about each other. There's a real sense of identity and belonging that people have. It's a church that knows how to give, a church that knows how to invest beyond itself. But I did see some weaknesses, some things that I had hoped we could address and change, perhaps even become stronger. It was a church of silos in a lot of ways, where there were people were invested in their areas, but there wasn't often a lot of collaboration going across the different areas of ministry. It was a congregation that loved young people, but sometimes found it difficult to involve them meaningfully across all aspects of our church's ministry and mission. Or they could be quick to find fault or to raise criticisms. And I wanted to develop a culture of gratitude and appreciation. Well, I first met David through a friend, and what got me excited was thinking about the possibility of shaping our culture and directing it in the ways that we wanted to see the congregation go. So it was a great opportunity for us to identify our fundamental statements, to do so with key leadership, and to start to put them into practice. And then beginning the process of ritualization. When the church is gathered on Sunday, we lift up what we call our ways, and our way of the week goes into effect from Sunday to Sunday. And that has set a tone for us week in and week out since we started that. We have tried to put our fundamental statements, our ways, in front of our congregation virtually through our website and through text messaging, e-blasts that go out to our church. Anytime we gather for any purpose from Sunday to Sunday, be it a choir rehearsal, a committee meeting, a staff meeting, we spend 3 to 5 minutes on our way of the week. And for us, that means reading it, thinking about it within the context of the Bible, but then also lifting up some really concrete suggestions for what that way might look like for us, ideas for how to put it into practice. And that's generated, I think, a lot of good engagement from our congregation.
We're charged to be Jesus' hands and feet in the community. We should be going out and telling the gospel, but we also should be living and breathing the gospel. And I like the pieces that are behind the ways. Here you go, you can go out and serve. And here's why, because you've got biblical references and there's a way to do it, and here's some examples. I don't think culture is something that is formed naturally. I think if you want to have culture, you have to live the culture. And unfortunately, culture can grow in a direction itself, or you can show it the path. And I think part of What the Ways does is shows us the path. Now, I can honestly say that I don't live those ways every day because, we all fail and fall down. But it gives us an opportunity to pick ourselves up and get back on that path.
I think that the Ways have been very significant. The idea is helpful because it gives people practical insight as to how to live your life on a daily basis, on an existential level. What does it mean to be Christian? What does it look like? It's been said, preach the gospel wherever you can, and only when necessary use words. So I think it has more to do with our conduct and our behavior, and at root, our character. But the Ways give us an ability to practice our faith, including outreach to affect change in our community.
Our staff did a fantastic job of leading our congregation through the pandemic and keeping our giving strong, and many of our programs were able to continue throughout the course of this year. And I think that was a real credit to the cultural strength that we had been working on previously. As a leader, one of the best things I can do is to invest in the culture of my organization. And the more that spreads throughout our organization, the stronger that we're going to be. The happier people are going to be here, the more excited they're going to be. And it's exciting for us to talk about as we welcome guests and friends, or even share it with other congregations.